We're back. Okay, elephant in the room. We've been conspicuously absent for about 7 months. I could lie to you and tell you that it was a planned hiatus and that we always were going to finish Season 1 on Episode 15. The truth, however, is that I had a really bad back. A disc bulge was pressing on a nerve, which was causing me chronic pain. Suffice to say, thanks to the good old NHS, I've now had surgery, which immediately and completely sorted the issue. So the back's back, I'm back, we're back, except Paul's not back because he's not around at the moment. So today it's just little old me and Quizman Neil, and we are going to be talking about the upcoming 2024 Paris Olympics. We'll be discussing what's hot and what's not in the latest iteration of the greatest show on earth. I'm talking about the Olympics there, not this podcast. We'll be wrestling with the big questions. When it comes to opinions, we won't be sat on the fencing. We'll be horsing around because of the question events. I cannot wait for it to get started. It's all going to be plain sailing, so let's dive straight in. You see what I'm doing, right? You get the point. I can stop now. So pick up your ears, suck in that gut, and shush your stupid face. Here we go. The podcast is back, finally.
We are back in the room together. It's great to be back.
Yeah, it's been a little while, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I mean, I've seen you a few times, not as much as usual, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be back and recording.
Absolutely. What have you been up to for the last 7 months? In one sentence.
I moved house.
I had an operation, as I've already alluded to, on a thing.
Cool.
So we're all caught up.
We're all caught up. Yeah.
Excellent. Let's just crack straight on with today's topic, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's get in there.
Which is the Paris 2024 Olympics.
I know. Not long to go.
I know.
Months.
Are you genuinely excited by it?
I am. I love the Olympics.
I recall you being always into the Olympics, following it, watching it, and especially now that we can do catch up as well on the BBC, which makes the experience pretty easy to follow, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've always really enjoyed it. Sort of going back to being a kid. I think I remember everyone since 1984 when I would have been 9.
Annoyingly, whenever anything comes up regarding Olympics on general knowledge, especially when I'm playing against you, you always fucking know it.
I'm quite good at it, yeah.
You ask,
good.
You wouldn't know off the top of your head, but if you go, oh, where was the Olympics in a certain year, you could figure it out. You could, work back and, you'll get there.
I was going to ask you about that later, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see if that comes up.
Yeah, well, maybe it will. I have to admit, I haven't been getting that excited about it yet. I haven't really been heard that much about it. But because we were doing this podcast, I've done a little bit of research into it. So one of the things I noticed is there's a new event this year.
Okay, there always are new ones, aren't there?
Breaking.
Yes.
You heard about this?
I've heard about it, yeah.
Break dancing.
Yeah.
So the rules are basically, so there's men and women's, and they're going to be called B-boys and B-girls.
Cool.
Is that like a traditional hip-hop thing?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah? B-boy, yeah, that makes a shine. Where's that from? Is that
I think it came from New York, didn't it?
I think, yeah, it definitely all originated in the USA. I believe it will be solo battles.
Okay.
So there'll be breakers battling each other in a single sort of thing. There's power moves that we can watch out for.
Awesome.
Any ideas what some of the power moves might be?
Caterpillar?
No, that's not one.
Oh, no,
well, not the one that I saw anyway. So the windmill is one.
Windmill, yes.
And then there's one called the six step, and I think I know what that is, but it'd be hard to describe.
I don't know.
And there's freezes as well. When they can
yeah, that's cool.
Strike a pose and freeze there sort of thing. Yeah. And apparently there's going to be a DJ laying down the beats at all the events.
Oh, cool.
That's very cool. That is taking place Le Concorde Urban Park.
Yep.
Where all the other urban events are taking place.
Yeah.
Care to guess what the other considered urban events are?
I mean, you got your BMXing, you got your skateboarding.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other ones, those are the two very good, but there's another one you probably won't get.
Is it interpretive dance?
It is not interpretive dance.
Then I don't know.
It is 3-on-3 basketball.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a new event as well, actually. I'm not sure I've heard of that in the Olympics before.
I don't remember hearing of that one, no, but yeah. I quite like these sort of new, modern, younger sort of sports. I think it's good that they do that. I think it's good that they stay relevant. They're trying to appeal to a younger audience. I'm on board with that.
One new event I liked that was in the last Olympics is the sport climbing.
Yes, speed climbing.
The speed climbing. Yeah. I think that Paris is missing a trick, though, because what is the main landmark of Paris?
It is the Eiffel Tower, surely.
speed climbing up the Eiffel Tower.
I mean, come on.
I mean, they're not doing it.
Oh.
But they should be doing it.
They really should.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that at... Was it Tokyo? That was the first time they had that one?
I think so, yeah. That was the last one. That was the COVID one, wasn't it?
Pretty amazing.
It's fucking incredible. And we've actually got some decent people in it as well, yeah. I don't know if we're like gold medal contenders, but we're sort of there or thereabouts. I saw some Brits in the last one.
The 100 meters, but vertical. Isn't
it? It's fucking like, it's really, it's like when you do that sort of like camera trick where it's on its side, like Batman.
Yeah.
It's like that, totally. But they're actually going up. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Surfing is making a comeback.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So that was introduced in the Tokyo one in 2020, but it's taking place in Tahiti.
Oh, interesting. I suppose there's not that much surfing to be done in Paris.
Well, not in Paris, but in like Biarritz, I thought it was like a surf mecca, isn't it? In like southwest France.
It's on the Atlantic coast, isn't it? So yeah, you'd think it'd be similar to sort of Newquay over here. So
I guess they're just more confident of decent surf in Tahiti.
Maybe.
But yeah. I wonder because we've had that in other Olympics where it's been in really weird places, like the sailing takes place fucking miles away.
Yeah, but obviously if you're doing it like in London, you can't.
Yeah, all right. But I just like Tahiti.
Tahiti's
that's a really long way. I mean, that's like seems a bit extreme, but yeah. But in the surfing, so you perform manoeuvres and tricks that you're scored by 5 judges, and you're also scored on your power and flow.
Okay.
Which I sometimes do when I'm urinating.
How is your power and flow?
It's like power is like a 10.
A 10.
Flow is give it a 7.
A 7. That's pretty good for
it's
your
not
age.
bad.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
I don't think I would score so highly.
One other thing I was looking up is Team GB gold contenders. And there's a few. And I have to admit, only one of these I think I've actually heard of. That is Ellie Aldridge is apparently tipped for gold in the sailing.
Yep. Okay.
I've heard of her. Yep.
The
other ones I've never heard of. The ones that jumped out for me, though, there's a guy, Zarnell Hughes, sprinter.
That rings a bell.
He's apparently a gold contender for the 100 and 200 metres.
No way.
And apparently Usain Bolt has tipped him for gold.
No way. That's cool.
I've never heard of him.
No, I've heard of him.
Have you?
But I would not. I would have thought of him as just a sort of a pretty good British sprinter. I wouldn't have thought of him as a gold medal contender.
You'd always assume it's the USA and Jamaica are going to be absolutely smashing it, aren't they? But yeah,
well, I find although I'm a fan of the Olympics, I'm not necessarily a fan of all the sports that are in the Olympics. I'm not following them all year round, year to year. I'm following them at the Olympics.
You're saying you're not sort of like checking the fencing results on a Monday morning, like religiously. You're not doing fantasy fencing this year now. Is that what you're telling me?
I didn't sign up. This year.
There's your problem.
But I think it's what I quite like about it is that there's sports that you have never heard of or you don't care about for 3 years and 11 months.
Yeah.
And then the Olympics comes and you're in there and you very quickly become an expert.
Yeah. The one sport that strikes me for what you just said there was, I think it was 2012, but it was the skeet shooting, like the clay pigeon shooting.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. Like these guys the speed of these guys, and obviously the accuracy as well, is unbelievable. But I got super into that, and you get really into the scoring, and like you get a very, very quick learning curve on these things.
Yeah. When I say like you become an expert, I'm doing that like, in inverted commas.
I mean, I could see that, but for the listeners,
for the listeners' benefit. It's that you get invested in it and you think you know quite a lot about it, and then you watch the final, and then that's it. It's gone.
That's it. Yeah, because I couldn't give a shit for another 4 years. Yeah, fair enough. One other jumped out at me just because apparently there's Team GP gold contender in the equestrian events called Ros Cantor.
Oh, that's good.
Which I liked.
Yeah,
just beat out Terry Trotter for a spot.
Nice.
But I was surprised to see Gary Gallup not make the squad.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. You're on form still. You
there we go. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So we are going to do similar. We haven't really come up with any new sort of special formats or anything, have we?
Nothing new here.
So this is, just to confirm, this is now episode 1 of season 2, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah. Why not? We had to stop it at some point, didn't we?
If only so you're not behind in the quiz anymore.
Yeah. So
you lost last season.
We did. I did. Yeah. Badly.
And that's fine. That's in the past now.
Yeah.
Now Paul's even here. I mean, you've got a chance.
So I think think it's to go one up when Paul's not here at the moment. Might be. So we'll probably just do the quiz for fun.
Oh, okay.
I think.
It doesn't sound like you.
I know. Hey, chronic back pain can really give you some perspective in life.
Yeah.
I've really grown.
You have, haven't you? That's the most mature thing I've ever heard you say.
But we are going to do some topics where we're going to pick like a specific thing for the Olympics that we're going to then talk a little bit about.
Yeah.
And we got some quick fires coming up.
Hopefully, yeah.
And there's a quiz that's just for fun.
Apparently, yeah.
And then we'll go home.
Yeah. I'm not staying over.
No,
okay. Then
not
I'll
today.
go home.
Not
Sure.
today.
Cool.
So, shall we crack on with our first topic?
I think we should. First topic we're going to cover today then is the 2012 London Olympics and our memories of it.
Yeah, because it felt like a big one for us, didn't it?
Oh, wasn't it?
I got really swept up in the hype of it.
Yep.
I don't normally watch the opening ceremonies, and it almost brought me to tears at times.
I know.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I actually watched the opening ceremony on YouTube recently. So not all of it, but I watched in particular the James Bond bit.
Yep.
You remember that?
I do, yeah, very well, yeah.
So
Paddington Bear, wasn't it, and James Bond?
No, it was the Queen in James Bond.
I know, yeah.
Oh, okay. But Paddington Bear was in it, though, wasn't he?
That was later, that was a different one.
Right, okay. But yeah, so Bond meets the Queen, and they get on a helicopter. This just makes no fucking sense whatsoever. But
it made perfect sense at the time. I remember watching it.
I remember being excited by it. But yeah, Bond...
There was a speedboat involved, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, a helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
So Bond rocks up to Buckingham Palace in the back of a black taxi.
Yep.
I mean, that's not even on brand for him.
True.
But he goes into the palace, meets the Queen, there's corgis knocking about. There's some weird kind of like arty little cuts of corgis rolling around on carpets and stuff, and with like a bit sort of shaky cam sort of thing.
But no Paddington Bear, you're sure about that?
Paddington Bear was not in this bit.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, certainly not in the clip that I saw. Then they get in a helicopter, fly over London.
Yep.
Very dramatic shot of the helicopter flying through Tower Bridge.
Cool.
Which I'm pretty sure they did. It wasn't like CGI or anything.
Really?
Then both the Queen and James Bond parachute out of the helicopter into the stadium. And then you don't really get to see much after that.
No, she walks into the stadium, doesn't she?
That's right.
Yeah.
But I was expecting, Bond, I was expecting that he'd probably fuck her, say something pithy. And it was like, but that obviously never happened. But that's what you would expect from a Bond film.
Yes, but that's not what you expect for the Olympic opening ceremony.
I bet Danny Boyle pitched it and somebody talked him out of it.
Yeah.
And there
Probably
was
the Queen talks about it.
And there was the NHS tribute.
Yep.
In the opening ceremony.
There certainly was.
I mean, in future British Olympics, it will probably be a booper.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Hey,
bit of politics. But yeah, so opening ceremony, I was a huge fan of that. I thought Danny Boyle actually absolutely smashed that.
Yeah, and I think that there was an awful lot of talk in the build-up to it about how shit it was going to be.
Yes. Well, that's the classic British response to anything, isn't it? Oh, this will be shit.
Yeah, I think it was like it's costing too much. The weather's going to be shit. We're going to be awful.
Yep.
And I think it was for the opening ceremony. It was like compared to Beijing.
Exactly. We will never be able to do it like Beijing.
Yes.
We haven't got the control of our people like they have.
I remember hearing someone say that at the time, and it was like, oh fuck, yeah, we're going to really look like idiots here. But we say Danny Boyle. I know it wasn't just a one man job, but he's sort of like taking the credit for it.
Well, he was the director, in all fairness.
Yeah, but there's loads more people involved. Sure, I think someone else wrote it.
But
anyway.
In Oscars, when you get the best director, you've got loads of good people, but you still have the person in charge who gets the credit.
Fair enough.
That's how it works.
All right, but he did something so totally different to Beijing, and so like British, and so like that's what we are. We're they had Bowie in it, didn't they? And it had the Bond and the NHS, and it was like, this is it. And you came out of that opening ceremony thinking, fuck yeah, this is going to be brilliant.
I was pumped. I was like, yeah, come on, Britain. Yeah, I'm British. Fucking Britain.
I think we watched it together at our house when we were living together on Cranbrook Road.
Yeah, that
and I remember like
bell.
This might be a mismemory, but I think we had a barbecue. I think we had loads of people around, and we were super keen to watch it, and we watched it. There were some people there.
That's right, being snippy about it.
They weren't going to watch it. They thought it was going to be shit.
Yeah.
And we were there going, "Oh, you fucking missed out there because this is brilliant." And it set the tone, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
I remember though, kind of taking a step before that, going to watch the torch run you remember that?
I do, because our cousin was a torchbearer. Yeah.
So that was kind of the beginning of it for me.
That's true, yeah.
But it was quite a low-key beginning. I think everyone sort of got quite a lot out of that torch run. And it was nice. It went all around the country.
Do you remember when Beijing did it and everyone kept putting it out with fire extinguishers?
No.
You remember when I'm sure it was for Beijing, and it went through different countries, and there was like protests against China, basically.
Oh, okay.
So Beijing had to send a security team, had to have a perimeter of security people around it.
Yeah.
So because people kept running up with fire extinguishers and putting it out.
Right. No, I don't remember that.
I'm sure that I might be misremembering that, but that rings a bell.
But
yeah.
That torch ceremony was sort of like quite a low key build up to it, because it went on for quite a long time.
It does go on, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to follow the entire torch procession, you'd have to be a serious Olympic fan for that.
I didn't do that.
No.
I went to watch our cousin do his little bit.
And interestingly, a little behind the scenes here, he kept the torch that he bared, but he had to pay quite a lot of money to do so.
Is that right?
Yeah. So everyone who was he was doing one of the I don't know, what do you call it, stretches that he ran for. Yeah, you can pay, and it was like hundreds of pounds.
Okay,
and I think his dad paid it. I think our uncle paid it, and he kept it.
Shout out to Uncle Alan.
Shout out to Uncle Alan, big Uncle A.
And Ben, we should say it was Ben Jones is our cousin who was actually the torch bearer.
Because he was a really good swimmer. If he still is a really good swimmer, but he swam competitively. In fact, there was talk at one point he might be Olympic team material.
Yeah, that would have been Auntie Jane though. To be fair. Shout out to Auntie Jane.
Yeah, big Auntie Jane. How you doing? Yeah, probably. But still, it was a proud moment, actually.
And I think he also did he trained younger children, and I think he did, it wasn't just he was good at swimming. He was doing stuff in the community as well.
Yeah,
so I think it was.
It's some of the events of 2012. What do you remember? Anything jumps out at you on that?
So you've got your Super Saturday.
Well, we've got a bit of a lament about Super Saturday, haven't we?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the listeners why we're so down on Super Saturday?
If we've got any long-term listeners still listening, you mentioned in a previous episode about how you have been put off going to live sporting events.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I have too. I don't think I was on the episode where you were talking about that, but I have listened to it. And one of the main reasons for being put off going to live sporting events was our experience of 2012.
Yeah, so we went to see England play South Korea in the quarter-final of the men's football.
Yeah, I thought it was a semi-final, but I think you're right, it was quarter-final.
I'm sure it was the quarter-final, and it was at the Millennium Stadium, so it was quite near to us, so we thought, that would be a good event to go to. Yeah. Nice and easy to get to.
And we didn't know it was going to be Team GB, did we? We just knew it was the quarter-final.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So we were like, oh my God, we've
really
got the
excited.
Quarter-final.
Yeah.
And I remember that it was quite close in the qualifying, and we weren't sure which. I think it was clear that Team GB were going to qualify, but we weren't sure which way they were going to go. And so being incredibly excited, but we got to go.
And I think we ended up winning our table, our sort of like qualifying table, quite easily. I think we won every game, so we came top, which was what we needed to be in that quarter final. So that went really well. But tell them what happened now.
So it was a really shit game of football.
Yeah, it was 1-1 at the end of extra time.
Yep. We had seats that weren't bad seats, but when you go to those big stadiums, unless you pay an absolute fortune, they're all quite bad.
They're not great, yeah.
And none of the action happened anywhere near us.
No, we couldn't see a fucking thing.
I couldn't really make out what was going on.
Yeah.
It was a boring game, It went to penalties.
Yep.
The penalties were at the far end of the pitch.
Yeah,
we couldn't see what was going on.
No, and I have to. So I have watched the penalties since. Can you remember? It was 4-4.
Yep.
So each team had scored 4-4, and then it was Daniel Sturridge.
Was it?
Who stepped up, and in all fairness, it was a decent save by the Korean keeper, so he was on target. And then the fifth taker scored, and that was it.
Yep. And then we come out of the stadium.
Yep.
And are we checking our phones? Is it that time when you can sort of check your phones?
I guess so. I don't know. Probably our friend Chris was probably doing that.
Yeah. We found out quite soon that we had missed the whole of Super Saturday.
Yeah.
We had missed Greg Rutherford.
Oh, the long jump.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'd missed Jess Ennis winning the heptathlon.
Yep.
And we'd missed Mo Farah winning I forget which way round it was.
10,000 was it, or 5,000?
Yeah, he did both, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I forget which one was on that night. We missed all of that. because we were watching a shit football match, which we lost.
And then the trains were an absolute disgrace, and it took us fucking hours to get home again.
It always does from these things.
It was one of the worst sporting events I've ever been to, in terms of just my enjoyment of it. Yeah, and like you say, it just made all the worse that we missed the most amazing night of Olympic.
Had we stayed at home,
I know, it would have saved ourselves a fortune, tons of hassle, and we were one of the best Olympics night ever. But yeah. I did look up, so I couldn't remember where Team GB came in that, but we came third in 2012.
Well, that was kind of the other thing, wasn't it? That not only was it a great event, we held a great event, we did brilliantly at it as well.
Exactly. So we beat Russia, who came fourth.
Right.
And I was looking it up. So GB and Russia had exactly the same number of medals, but we had more gold. So we had 29 golds to their 18. So we absolutely stuffed them, really.
Yeah, we totally outperformed. Yeah, brilliant.
But that was basically my abiding memories of 2012.
The other thing I want to do is a memory of the Paralympics from 2012.
Oh yeah.
There's one particular event in the Paralympics that really stands out for me.
Go on.
And it was Richard Whitehead running the 200 metres, and in the Paralympics it was the TF42,
right,
which is for people with leg amputations.
Right.
So this guy, right, I didn't know all of this beforehand, but I remember it being brilliant, and we're going to, in a minute, play the race. It's about a clip of about a minute long.
Perfect for an audio medium. Right?
Perfect, yeah. I think the commentary
will be okay.
Will be good. So, right,
sure.
This guy, a Paralympian, he, in 2010... in the Chicago Marathon, broke his own world record.
Right.
So the fastest ever person with a leg amputation to win, to run a marathon.
Right.
He couldn't compete in the marathon in the 2012 Olympics because there wasn't one for his category.
Oh, no way.
He wanted to run against people with, I think it's upper torso or upper body amputation.
Right.
But he wasn't allowed to do that.
Oh, okay.
So he ran the 200 metres.
Oh, no way.
Because he couldn't do the marathon.
I mean, you just you could, there's only one other event that would be even more bizarre than that, which is the 100 metres, but yeah.
He also, this guy, had previously competed for Team GB in the Paralympics, in the Winter Paralympics, as a sledge hockey player, so he'd already win a medal. But anyway, the thing about this guy in this race, he is, with 100 metres to go, he is not in last place, but he is near the back of the field.
Really?
Out of I think 8 people running.
What was the distance again, did you say?
200 metres.
Right, okay, yeah.
So halfway through it, he is near the back of the field.
Right.
And you can hear the commentator say, like, oh, he'll get to a slow start, but it'll wind up.
Ah.
And that is exactly what happens. And it is incredible to see what he does in the second 100 metres of that race.
Shall we have a listen?
Have a listen, because it is something else.
Okay, here it comes.
Lane 9.
Third.
So away they go, the final of the men's T42 200 metres, and Whitehead gets the slow start, but he will surge through the field, and let's see how well he can go now. But on the inside, Scott Reardon for Australia has the lead, and it's Stocky Orphans.
Whoa! Oh my word!
And hits the front. It's going to be a goal for Great Britain, and a wonderful run. He crosses the line in 24.39. It's a new world record.
And a world record.
And Richard Whitehead, quite superb in the latter stages of that race, came storming through, and the crowd goes wild. Wonderful performance. He celebrates. He has conquered the world. He is the Paralympic champion.
That was extraordinary.
That's amazing.
And he won by like 20 metres or something in the end.
He knocked half a second off the world record.
Wow.
Yeah. So in 200 metres to distance times, that's incredible. But just seeing that last 100 metres, just they said, "Oh, surge through."
Yeah,
didn't he?
Yeah, he did just a bit. That was extraordinary. I didn't see that. In fact, I never even heard of that before. To my great
I remember
shame.
seeing it live.
Was, fantastic.
Yeah,
good stuff. Okay, I think that probably covers it for that topic.
Cool.
We're going to ring the bell.
So the next topic is going to be what we consider to be the greatest Olympic feat of all time.
Yeah. Or you could perhaps do it another way, the greatest Olympian of all time and why they're the greatest Olympian.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm going to kick us off with Michael Phelps.
I mean, he is the most decorated Olympian of all time, so that's a good shout. He's got to be in the conversation.
He's got a good claim, hasn't he?
Very much so, very much so. But maybe you were about to say this. In the swimming, he has a massive advantage. A lot of Olympians just don't have the opportunity to have that many medals.
Yes.
There's something about swimming that allows you to do loads and loads of different
That's very true.
disciplines.
Yeah, there are many, most, I suppose, Olympians don't have the opportunity to do what he's going to do.
So you could argue that if there was like 150 metres and a 250 metres, Usain Bolt might have as many medals as him, but he's just not as many like disciplines that he can do.
You could say that, like if it was like running the 100 metres backwards. That sort of thing.
I was flapping your arms like a butterfly.
Yeah, exactly. If we did that,
I would watch that.
Yeah,
and I bet Usain Bolt would be brilliant at it.
I bet he would.
Yeah.
Good point. But then, having said that, when you look at what Michael Phelps has achieved and what his record is, then it's pretty phenomenal.
It is. I mean, he's basically won everything. For how many Olympics has he competed in? I didn't check.
It was
4?
I think. Yeah, because it was. I think 2008 was the one when he got 8 gold medals. When he beat Mark Spitz's record.
So he did 2008, 2012, 2000.
He's done the previous one as well. So
okay, right. Yeah.
But do you know how many golds he's got?
Well, I've got 28 medals. So no, how many golds was it?
So 23.
Right.
28 medals.
Yeah.
23 of which are gold.
I mean, that's fucking insane.
So 23 golds.
Yeah.
Who's the next best Olympian? Who comes second? And how many golds have they got?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to it. Is it going to be someone like Michael Johnson?
No. So the person's name, and I apologise, I should have worked out the pronunciation of this.
You'd like to be a little bit racist.
Larissa Latinina? A Soviet gymnast.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, Porky Pig.
A Soviet gymnast who competed between 1956 and 1964.
Yeah.
9 golds.
Oh, that's the second highest ever?
That's the second highest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously that's an incredible achievement. Mm-hmm. But 23 to 9, that's how far ahead he is.
Yeah.
And also the second person was a gymnast, like I said. The third person was a Finnish guy called Paavo Nurmi.
Oh, yeah.
Nurmi.
Yep.
9 also.
Yeah, so I've got some stuff on him. Like he was like, this is back in the 1920s. So I looked into him as well. He's a Finnish guy, the Flying Finn, and he did sort of mid-distance running.
Yep.
And in 1920, so he won 9 golds and 12 medals between 1920 and 1928, so 3 Olympics. But in 1924, he won both the 1,500 and 5,000 metre gold medals within 90 minutes of each other. So I think he did the 1,500 metres first, and then about an hour later did the 5,000 and won both of them.
If you're going to do it, that's the way you'd want to do it.
He just rocks up for one day, smashes it, and then he's back to Finland again.
Yeah,
he's eating pickled herring by the time the sun goes down,
and driving really well.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and then having an amazing welfare system. Yeah.
They are good drivers, the Finnish, aren't they? Am I right in saying
that? Well, there's been lots of F1 drivers and rally drivers, so they are they punch above their weight driving wise, I think. Okay. Yeah.
Bit off topic there, but
just
wanted to check I was right.
Yeah,
said they were
absolutely.
Yeah. So Michael Phelps, he's got a claim.
Yeah.
I don't think he is the greatest Olympian ever.
No,
which I think is quite controversial considering.
He wouldn't be my pick either. It's just he's got to be in the conversation. So there we go. We've included him in the conversation.
We have.
Now we can move on.
We think he's good.
Yeah.
We think he's great.
Yeah.
But not the greatest.
Agreed.
So, Flojo.
Oh yes.
Florence Griffiths Joyner.
Got to be in there somewhere.
She's got to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
She won gold in the Seoul Olympics in 1988.
Yeah.
In the 100 and 200 metres events. For the 100 metres, she had just broken the world record, in the Olympic trials. 10.62 seconds was her time.
Yeah.
And then she broke the world record in the 200 metres in the Olympics final in 1988. Most impressive, I think, thing about all of that, those records still stand.
Yeah, that is very, very impressive.
Yeah. except.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was looking into this, and there is an asterisk, isn't there? By some people, potentially, but maybe harshly. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's like there's a big question mark about whether it was drug assisted and.
There was certainly a lot of it going around back then.
Yeah.
As far as well, actually, we know for a fact there was, don't we? Now, whether or not she was doing it, can't say for sure.
But if you take it like at face value, that is some achievement.
It really is.
1988 was how many years ago, Mark? How many years would you say that was from now?
I mean, it's impossible to say, isn't it? Hang on, 12, 20, 36.
36 years.
Yeah.
So a record that's held for 36 years.
Yeah, that's pretty damn impressive.
And I don't think that we're that close to breaking it. I think
really,
it's still pretty.
So people aren't getting like close that close to it.
I don't think so. I'm not totally sure.
Right.
Okay.
I
don't think so.
Okay. But yeah, that is a hell of an achievement.
It certainly is.
Very much so. I mean, at the time, it must have been like Usain Bolt was to us when that happened to them back in the the 80s. So another one I've got, I don't think this is going to be my answer, but I think he's got to be up to there, is Carl Lewis.
Absolutely, yeah.
Very much in my lifetime. I remember watching those Olympics and being really invested in it and just being completely blown away. But it was the multidiscipline between track and long jump.
Yep.
That was what blew me away. And I don't think I've ever seen that before.
No,
and of course there's sort of complementary skills there. You need to be running fast on the long jump. But I've never seen another sprinter, apart from obviously decathletes and heptathletes. But for him to be dominating 100 metres, 200 metres and long jump all at the same time, absolutely incredible. And he was just like, one of my great Olympic heroes of my childhood.
Yeah. So it was 1984, I think, was his big Olympics.
That's it, yeah.
The Los Angeles one.
Yep.
And what did he get there? Was it the 100, 200, 4x1 and the
long jump?
The long jump, so 4 golds.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is super impressive, isn't it? Yeah.
Good stuff. What else have you got?
I have got Nadia Comaneci.
Oh, yes. 1976, wasn't it?
Yep. But she was a Romanian gymnast.
Yep.
And at the age of 14, she competed in her first Olympic Games. It was 1976 in Montreal. Mm-hmm. She was the first Olympic gymnast to score a perfect 10.
Yep.
And she got that for her routine on the uneven bars.
Yep. And I did read when I was looking into this that the scoreboard couldn't cope with it.
Okay.
That when they put up the 10, it read 1.0. Because nobody had ever done it before, so they didn't make a scoreboard that could say 10.
Wow!
Because nobody had done it before, they weren't expecting it.
To them that it would happen.
Yeah, apparently not.
Yeah. She got 6 more perfect 10s and won 3 gold medals.
What, all in the same Olympics, or like over her career, sort of thing?
I think in the same Olympics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, because then in 1980, she went on to get 2 more perfect 10s and 2 more gold medals.
Right.
So that's kind of like changing the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely...
Paradigm shift changing, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah,
absolutely.
So that's something else, I think.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That's all of the ones... Oh, no, actually, one we haven't mentioned yet, and of course, you got to mention Usain Bolt.
Yep.
I mean, what a revelation he is. I was looking into it. So he's won the 100 metres and 200 metres gold in 3 consecutive Olympics.
Yep.
He's also the current world record holder, although a bit annoyingly for this podcast, he got the world record, not in the Olympics.
I know, that's a shame, isn't it?
It was I can't remember where it was, but it was 2009. It was a year after an Olympics.
Okay.
But 9.58 seconds.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So when I was looking up, like, doing some research for this podcast, and I saw that, I was surprised. I thought it was like 9.8 or something like that.
I thought it was 9.6 something, but that's what his Olympic record was.
Right,
so that's the fastest he's done, which I think might have been, I can't remember what, that was 2008, I think. 2.68, I think it was. But then he smashed that by like a tenth of a second a year later.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't think it was one of these things where it was like, oh, wind assisted, so it didn't count. I think it was. I think it's a genuine run. You know.
And doesn't he have... I haven't got his Olympic record to hand, but I think he's just got golds.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he hasn't got any silvers or bronzes.
I think that's true.
However many medals he's got, they're all gold.
Talk about knowing when to retire, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that would be such a stain on his reputation, wouldn't it? And it's like the fact he can say that.
Yeah.
Retiring when he did was exactly the right thing to do.
And I think he's gone on to like play cricket at quite a high level and football
for
as
Jamaica.
well.
Yeah, I remember him playing cricket. I've seen footage of him playing cricket, and I think he was decent as well.
Yeah, I think he's
rangy.
Good.
Yeah, he's got good throwing technique. You know,
good between the creases, I imagine.
Absolutely.
He's not going to get run out.
Stealing a run here and there. And I think we've got one more, which you were going to mention.
Yeah, so I think Jesse Owens is the one I wanted to mention.
Yes.
He, similar to Carl Lewis, did sprinting and long jump. He won 4 gold medals in the 1936 Berlin Olympic Games.
He did that, and did it whilst cocking a snook at the world's greatest racist.
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler.
One of, certainly.
Well, I mean, sure, Enoch Powell was a greater racist, but did he put the effort in that Hitler did? That's a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah, I think that is probably the thing that puts it head and shoulders
Makes it
above everyone
amazing.
else,
Yeah, the fact that a black man in that day and age went to Berlin
Yeah.
and did that in front of Hitler, or
And
at least some of it in front.
I think there was quite a lot of controversy about him going. People thought he shouldn't go, shouldn't help to promote, fascism and Hitler's regime, but he decided he wanted to go, and I think it turned out pretty well.
I think it went out well.
for him.
I think it ended up being a good decision. All
Yeah.
in all, yeah. But fair play, Jesse Owens. Absolutely.
Yeah. A couple of other facts about him, which again for the Olympic feat, this doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But in the year before that, in 1935, in less than 1 hour, he set 3 world records.
Wow.
And equalled another one.
Wow. Amazing.
It was described as the greatest 45 minutes ever in sports.
Right. Okay.
That's not bad going, is it?
I think So I was initially coming into this with that Parvo Numi that you mentioned, the flying fin, as my favourite.
Yep.
But I think because I know that this is going to be yours as well.
Yeah.
I think we're going to settle on Jesse Owens as the greatest ever Olympian / the greatest Olympic feat, aren't we?
Yes.
We've got to.
We are, yeah.
We're settled on that.
We're agreed on that.
All
I
right,
think.
let's move on.
Here's some quick fires for you, Mark.
Hit me.
Hit you. What is your earliest Olympic memory? Which Olympic Games and what specific thing?
Well, as I've already established, I struggle to remember years and places, but my earliest memory is Daley Thompson.
Yes.
He was an absolute phenomenon.
Yep.
I don't know if it was his first Olympics that I remember, but what really drove that home for me was he had the Daley Thompson computer game.
Yeah.
And we had the BBC computer back then.
did, yep.
And we got that. I can't remember if it was on tape or disc that we had at the time, big floppy disc.
I forget, yeah.
But it was the one where he was doing the sprinting. He could do all the events, and it mostly involved just wagging the joystick really, really quickly.
Well, I remember it was like ZX, 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 ZX.
Oh, well,
ZX,
yes,
yeah.
that's true. That as well. That as well.
Yeah.
So that's my earliest memory. But he was a bit of. In fact, should he have come up in our best Olympians ever?
Potentially, yeah. So 1984, I think, is the one.
I think so. So
Yeah.
I'd have been 7.
Yeah, I was 9. You were 7. It was the Los Angeles Olympics. That's my first Olympic memory as well. Is that Olympics? I don't remember. 1980. I was only 5.
Yeah.
Lots of teams boycotted as well. So maybe.
Oh, why? Where was it?
It was in Russia. Moscow.
Yeah.
No.
Height of the Cold War.
Absolutely. Yeah. But then the Russians or the Soviets at the time boycotted the Los Angeles.
Oh,
Olympics
thank
as well.
God Russia's calmed down since then.
I know, it's good, isn't it? It's nice to
Yeah.
have them back in the fold.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think Daley Thompson would be mine as well. And I specifically remember him whistling the national anthem when he won.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
But,
it was controversial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was like his character was a bit of a sort of cheeky, happy-go-lucky sort of guy.
Yeah.
But I remember at the time the commentators were not happy.
Right.
That
Oh,
he
really?
was
The commentators were giving him a hard time?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Disrespecting
Wow.
our national anthem by whistling.
Do you think they were being a bit racist?
Probably.
Maybe.
Very much, yeah.
Back in the 80s.
We talked about Carl Lewis. I remember Carl Lewis from that.
Yeah,
from
very
that
much.
as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the great British middle distance running Seb Coe and Steve Ovett.
Well, yeah, so when I remember a time when I just assumed that Great Britain had always been and will always be completely dominant in middle distance running.
Yeah. Well, you had Seb Coe and Steve Ovett, and then Steve Cram came along soon afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we used to watch, again, going a bit off the Olympics, but there used to be quite a lot of athletics on TV.
Yeah.
And you used to see Steve Cram running in, like, the Diamond events, I think
Yes.
it was, on a Friday night.
Yeah.
On Channel 4, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm adding a bit of extra detail there that I'm not
Bit of
totally
Channel 4
sure
spice.
about.
Yeah.
A bit of Channel 4 spice. But I remember seeing him run a lot.
Yeah.
And doing brilliantly. Yeah, you were like, oh yeah, Britain are going to always be brilliant at that. And then we weren't.
I definitely feel like I now go into an Olympics much, much less knowledgeable about the British competitors and hopefuls and, anyone who's tipped for medals and that sort of thing. I used to be...
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
It comes quite late, I think. It's like you say, that if you don't follow the sports all year round, then the people who are going to be competing change from like one Olympic cycle to the next.
So preparing for this podcast, I did try and look to see who was going to be competing in what, and it's not available yet because there are still qualifying events to happen between now and the Olympics, and the results of those will dictate who is representing us in different sports.
Second one, what's your favourite Olympic sport?
Now that is a tricky one. I always will watch the 100 metres. The 100-metre final, but I won't necessarily watch all the rounds leading up to it. But the 100-metre final, I will go out of my way to watch.
Yeah.
It kind of depends who's competing. Like, I could say a certain sport, but it's normally going to be because there's a British hopeful.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a big part of it for me.
Yeah.
I suppose, to answer your question then, maybe, I can think about what sport would I watch, where it doesn't really matter whether Britain are in it or not. I think it's going to be the 100 metres.
And then my next question is, if there were a medal for fourth place, what would it be made of?
Shit. I think, no, obviously not. So hang on, what have we got? So gold, obvious, silver, fine, bronze. I mean, what's worse than bronze? Like, pewter?
Probably,
I'd make it out of pewter.
Tin?
Yeah, maybe tin.
Yeah.
Tin medal. Chocolate.
Chocolate medal.
I'd have a chocolate one.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
But you'd be so tempted. Would you eat it?
Yeah.
Would you eat your fourth place chocolate medal? Imagine you get stoned one night. You get any chocolate?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah,
Come on.
I don't really want to eat it. I'm saving it.
You must have some chocolate. Yeah, chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's me done.
Here we go. What we're going to do in this next section is talk about any events that aren't in the Olympics but we think should be. And we're going to talk about some events that are in the Olympics but we could probably do without.
Yeah.
So, should be in the Olympics first and foremost. Here's some of mine. I mean, this has come up quite a few times in the past in my life, but darts and or snooker,
Right.
I would love to see in the Olympics. Any pub game, any British pub game.
Right.
Because we'd do quite well at it as well, I reckon.
Yeah, we do well in both those sports.
But also, both have got like a really good, heritage of good spectator sports. Imagine the darts at the Olympics. That would be a great night out, wouldn't it?
Yes. So I think this comes to a point that I want to make more generally about a thing that happens in the Olympics that really annoys me.
Go on.
It is where the Olympics, where someone is competing at the Olympics and it is not the pinnacle of their career.
Oh, like golfers, that sort of thing.
Golfers are a classic one.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't like that.
But then it's like you could sort of say the same potentially for, what's his name? Andy Murray. But when he won, that was another good thing in 2012, actually, wasn't it? He won that, didn't he? That was good.
Yeah.
And you could sort of argue the same thing, but I think it worked for tennis, at least.
I think, I totally agree. And when I was thinking about this, Andy Murray was the exception. I was like, Andy Murray did it right.
Yeah.
He I think, I might be wrong here, but I think he was staying in the Olympic Village. He was like, just the same as any other Olympian, no special treatment, because he was a big star. Just mucked in with everyone else. Nice. I don't think they do that much mucking in.
It's because of all the fucking that goes on in the village, right? That's what he wanted in on that scene.
I don't think so.
He wanted all the swimmers who would finish after week one. He did.
That's not it at all.
Filthy.
But I think we went to watch the football. But footballers, the Olympics isn't the pinnacle.
No, and also you got this weird team where it's like it's not as good as the English team.
Yeah. Golf is the worst one, I think. Golf can fuck off.
Absolutely.
So you got basketball.
That's kind of in there though.
It's in there, but it's not the pinnacle.
Oh, I see what you mean. I get you right. Yeah, got you.
These sports where people are like reluctantly competing.
Yeah.
They're like, they're trying to fit it into their calendars.
Yeah.
No.
Although I remember that the USA would always they'd get really excited about their basketball team because it was like an all-star type thing.
There was the dream team. I think it was 1992.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters sort of going and playing an actual competition.
If they treat it like that and they do it properly, then great. Basketball was in the Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah.
And I think any player who was in Major League MLB.
The NBA.
Baseball, sorry.
Baseball, sorry.
Sorry, I meant baseball.
Right.
Anyone that was in the Major League wasn't allowed to compete.
Oh, okay.
So they're not taking it seriously.
Yeah,
and it's been dropped as well.
Yeah.
So it's not in Paris.
Because that was Japan, because it's big in Japan, isn't it, baseball? So, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Well, it has to be pinnacle or fuck off. That should be the rule.
Fair enough. So another one I think should be in there that I'd love to see in there, cricket.
Yes.
T20 or 100 format.
Yes.
That would work so well.
Yeah.
But again, though, if assuming you're going to get the proper teams, but
It used to be an Olympic sport.
did it?
Yeah.
Oh, what sort of era are we talking?
So, like, when it first came back, 1896 was the first Summer Olympics of the modern era, and it was in that.
And was that the full 5 days?
Probably,
format?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest, but I imagine it was. I don't think 2020 existed back
No,
then.
probably not. Probably not.
But yeah, it was there. It was there for quite a while.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be good, as long as they treat it seriously.
Yeah, no, I think that's very important. Absolutely.
One that I don't quite get is squash.
Yeah, so has it been in the past?
I think it was it came back as a one-off in Tokyo, and then it's gone again.
What's fucking weird is that squash is like hardly ever in it, but table tennis is always in it.
Yeah.
That makes no sense at all.
It's like you've got tennis is in it.
Yep.
Badminton's in it.
Yep.
Table tennis is in it.
Yep. Where's squash? Is there a thing about it's difficult to make that a spectator because of but they have like the clear courts, don't they? So because they do have squash tournaments, so
yeah, totally. I mean, I think it is quite hard to watch as a spectator, but so is ice hockey.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So this is a bit of a silly one, but hot dog eating contests, I wouldn't mind seeing that in there. Actually, which gives me an opportunity to shout out someone who's come up on the pod before, but a Japanese guy called Takiro Kobayashi. He was the guy who revolutionised.
Yes.
And we in fact talked to him about it was like, imagine a 100-metre sprinter you've never heard of rocking up to the Olympics and doing the 100 metres in 5 seconds.
Right.
That's what he did in hot dog eating contest.
The Dick Fosbury of
exactly.
hot dog eating.
Exactly, yeah, so that would be a good one.
Yep.
Obviously, that's a very silly one. An actual genuinely good one, which I think you may well see in not too distant future, because my understand, not that I watch it much myself, but I understand it is one of the biggest sports in the world at the moment, MMA.
Okay.
Would we ever see MMA in the Olympics, or is it too brutal? Because we had like taekwondo.
Boxing.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal, isn't it?
It's like the amateur boxing is quite different to professional boxing, isn't it? You know, it's head guard, it's over 3 rounds, I think. It's scored in a different way.
So maybe there'd be something along those lines to try and make it a bit safer, potentially. But I just think there'd be, like, from an Olympics perspective, if they want people to watch it, people will watch that. And there's such a big following already.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And like we said earlier, I do agree with bringing sports in that gets a younger audience in. I'm not like a purist where, you know, it's like if it's skateboarding and breaking. I think it's worth giving that stuff a go. MMA, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Well, if you didn't like that, you're going to hate this one. WWE.
Nah, I'm not into that either. Yeah.
That would be funny to have that in the Olympics, though.
It would be quite good.
I mean, obviously, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I just thought that'd be quite a funny notion.
Yeah. Karate is sort of quite similar, I think, to when I was talking about squash earlier.
Yeah.
You've got taekwondo, you've got boxing, you've got judo. Why wouldn't you have karate? It feels like obvious.
It's a good question. I don't know. I mean, because you do have karate competitions. I imagine it's not very dissimilar to taekwondo, that there's scoring for different things. And yeah, I've got no problem with that.
Politics. I bet it's politics.
Do you reckon it's all politics?
Yeah.
Do you think it's that it's considered to be too like sacred to the Japanese, and that it would somehow lose some of its kind of? I don't know.
I don't think that.
No. So what do you think it is then?
I think it's bungs, isn't it?
You reckon the right person hasn't been given the right money?
That's right. Yeah.
That is very, very cynical of you.
Yeah, that's me.
Now this one's going to sound silly, but I think it's a fucking genuinely good idea. I'd watch it.
Yep.
Roller derby. You know what I'm talking about with roller derby?
I think so.
This is, I believe, I don't know if it's exclusively female. I don't know. I've never seen men doing it. It's certainly, I think, mostly female. But it's basically, you have teams of people on roller skates going round an oval lap, and there's a scoring system. But you kind of block each other, so it's kind of like a violent roller skating thing.
Right, okay.
But it's done on a track, so you could probably do it in the velodrome.
Oh yeah,
and that would so you got a nice big audience there.
Yeah,
and it is a genuine sport, and there is a genuine scoring system.
Yeah,
so I think it would work.
Yeah,
and it would bring a little bit of razzmatazz. Because all the girls they all have a funny sort of nickname.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they wear short skirts.
Well, they do as well, like generally, or short shorts usually. But they all have funny nicknames. Okay. I wish I looked some of those up.
Yeah,
but
I bet you
didn't. Damn it.
Make a note of it. You can come back to it next week.
But that would be kind of like, again, I think it would be an interesting... So that, it might sound silly, but I think genuinely that could work. I think that would be a good addition to the Olympics.
Yeah. Right, I got one that I think would be a good reintroduction. One that was around for the first, I think, 7 or 8 Olympics, going back to the beginning of the modern era.
Yep.
Tug of war.
That's on my list.
Is it?
That was coming up in a couple. Yeah, I think that would work. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which actually sort of takes me on to another bit of a silly one here, but anything from the Squid Games. So we could sort of do the tug of war like they did on Squid Games.
I didn't see it.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, it's kind of like a fatal version of tug of war where you get pulled off of a...
Pulled off?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and to the death.
Right.
Yeah.
Whilst doing tug of war?
Brutal.
Right.
Really brutal.
Gosh.
No, you're kind of... Both teams are on like a very high platform, so one of the team gets dragged off the platform and falls to their death.
See, I was wondering, when it came to tug of war, whether celebrity tug of war would be quite a good event.
You know what?
Or taking competitors from other sports. So you have a rower and a
powerlifter.
Yeah.
I mean, but there'd have to be weights, I reckon. I reckon you'd have to sort of your team. I reckon this is how you do it. So you have your team, and the team has to be under a total weight for your whole team. And then you can have it however you want to do it.
Yeah, that's good.
And then you can have some really big, powerful people, or you can have more lighter people.
Yep.
That's how they should do it. And then, or maybe you can have different weight classes, but it's for the whole team.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, we could pitch this to the BBC. This is classic, Saturday evening programming we're talking about here.
This is the way I was going as well. Because I was thinking, just off the top of my head, I was wondering who would win in a tug of war between the eggheads and the chasers.
Oh, yeah. I mean... Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Oh, I don't know the eggheads that well, but the chasers, I'm thinking. Well, you got the Beast.
The Beast.
He's going to be decent, isn't he?
He's all right, I reckon.
He's your anchor.
Yeah.
And the Dark Destroyer.
Dark Destroyer's
I bet
probably quite strong, isn't he?
he looks like he looks after himself, doesn't he?
I think Kevin from the Eggheads, great quizzer.
Great quizzer.
Lovely little quizzer.
That's not going to help you here, though, Kevin. It's
and Judith, bless her.
I don't know these people because I don't really watch it. But,
oh, right. Okay,
yeah, I'll take your word for it there.
Yeah.
I'll take your word that that's a hilarious notion.
I thought that the chasers would probably win, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, you got the governess as well.
True, and the vixen.
Yeah. They've both got a bit of weight to them, haven't they? From a tug of war perspective.
But
yeah. No, that's a genuinely good idea.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
And I think that is a good format for a TV show as well.
Yeah. Also, you've got the Olympics, which is great.
Yep.
The Paralympics, which is great.
Yep.
Celebrity Olympics would be the third
That
one.
would be good, yeah. I mean, everything gets a celebrity version, doesn't it? Makes
feels
sense.
like a missed opportunity.
You could have almost argued that somebody who's been in the Olympics would be on a celebrity something. So that's how they've become a celebrity.
Yeah. You don't want it just to be ex-Big Brother contestants, do you?
No. And you can't only have Olympians because that sort of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So here's one. I don't know if you've heard of this. Chess boxing. Mm-hmm. You heard of that?
I have heard of that, yeah.
So I think that would be good.
Actually, of all the ones you've said so far, that's the one I would like the most.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I could watch competitive chess, but add in. So for anyone listening who's not familiar with it, it is exactly what it sounds like. That you basically do a round of boxing that is scored. So like the Olympic scoring. If you get a punch, you score a point, sort of thing. Then you jump out of the ring, take your gloves off, sit at a chessboard, and play chess for a certain amount of time, and then you jump back in the ring. And it's a cumulative point scoring of both your boxing prowess and your chess ability.
Absolutely.
So it's the most honest blend of brain and brawn.
Yep.
So you need to have both.
Yep.
But I would absolutely watch that.
And a celebrity version of that would probably be quite fun.
Celebrity chess boxing, yeah.
Again, who would win between the eggheads and the chasers? That would be a good competition.
Who would you most like to see against each other in celebrity chess boxing?
I'd like to see
Gary
Kevin...
Kasparos against Mike Tyson.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the Beast against Kevin from the Eggheads.
Okay, you're very stuck on the Eggheads versus the chaser, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, were you just watching those before you came round?
No, just when I thought of Celebrity Tug of War, that was the first thing that came to mind.
What about, I'd like to see Greg Davis against Richard Osman, Battle of the Giants.
That would be good.
In chess box. I reckon they'd both be hopeless at boxing and probably both all right at chess, I expect.
Yeah.
I fancy Osman for that. And also, I think that Osman would like train more better for it.
Yeah.
I think Greg was sort of like just like sack it off a bit and
Rich Osborne's
consider
got
it a bit of a
appalling
joke.
eyesight.
Has he?
He can't drive because of that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Fact fans. So that's going to count against him.
All right. Yeah. Well, again, chess boxing, I would totally watch that.
Yep.
The only other one I've got would be, could we include, so a recent television phenomenon, which I know you have been enjoying with your family, but could we incorporate gladiators into the Olympics?
We could, and we should.
But would it be the competition bits, like the pugil sticks, or would it be the end assault course that would be part of the Olympics, or both?
That's a good question. I like the wall on gladiators when they have to chase the contestants up a wall.
Well, you could incorporate that into the climbing, couldn't you?
Yes, you could.
There we go.
That would make you climb quickly, wouldn't it?
That could be like one of the climbing, disciplines.
Yeah,
love
I
it.
like it. Yeah, done.
Which gladiator would you have chasing them? Which is the one that's a new jet again?
The new jet is Sabre.
So that her, I'm guessing, right? You'd have her on it.
Yeah, but Cho's very good as well,
and just good.
Yeah,
not sexy.
It's a man,
okay,
who I'm not attracted to.
Men can be sexy. No?
Men can be sexy.
This is the
Nitro was an Olympian. I forget what his real name is.
Oh,
but he was 100-meter. I think a sprinter anyway. I think 100-meter sprinter.
Okay.
So yeah, he's certainly a Team GB
representing Britain, though. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Not the gladiators. I don't think they're in.
They're not represented in the Olympics.
No,
okay.
No.
Yeah, good stuff. That's all the ones that I think that perhaps we should include.
Okay.
So let's now go and take it a little bit more negative.
Yeah.
Is there any events that are currently in the Olympics that you could do without?
So I've already touched on this. Sorry, I probably mentioned it earlier than I should have done. But yeah, the where it's not the pinnacle of your sport, I would get rid of them. So I'm saying football, golf, tennis, unless you're Andy Murray.
Okay.
Basketball, baseball, those are the ones I've got.
Unless they sort it out and treat it as like the most important thing as from their season.
That's what you want the Olympics to be.
I agree. I completely agree.
Because I think what's great about the Olympics is we talked about it a bit already. It's like it's people that aren't famous.
Yeah.
It's people that are not household names.
And not rich either, you know. They're not like ridiculously wealthy because of what they do.
Exactly,
yeah.
And they...
But work as if not harder at their craft.
Absolutely, yeah. And then they become... heroes and become famous for sometimes a short period of time. Yeah. But they through that like dedication and working hard and you know, not about the money.
Sure.
Exactly. Yeah, they achieve something incredible.
I like it. So a couple of the ones that I've got, I've already mentioned one, but the sailing, just because it's a shit spectator sport.
I've got that as
You've got that as well. I mean, come on.
It's such a bad sport to watch.
Yeah, it's the worst fucking spectator sport. And it's like the whole point is it has a worldwide audience. So, yeah, we can sack off the sailing, which is a shame because Team GB are normally really good at it.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. But I watch the sailing sometimes because we've got someone in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and half the time they look like they're standing still, like, you know. But it's like, well, everyone's standing still, so I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I've done a bit of sailing. And it makes no difference to watching it. I have absolutely no clue as to what's going on.
Fine. All right. Well, that's rubber stamped. We're sacking off the sailing. Yeah. The other one I've got here is trampoline.
Is that as an Olympic sport?
It is, yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's in there, yeah. It's certainly in this year, anyway.
Well, yeah, it doesn't...
I don't know. Yeah. It's just anything that, you know, young children generally will have the same equipment in their back garden. I can't take seriously. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we're going to sack that off. You got any others?
I haven't actually. No, it was.
I've got a few.
Okay, you go.
I'm going to vent my spleen here. Rhythmic gymnastics. Come on.
I think I've seen it and thought it was quite good. I think it's quite impressive, isn't it?
I mean, not as impressive as the real gymnastics. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. No, this is how I feel about it.
Okay.
Like, if you got a problem with that, write in. Okay. At least somebody will then write in.
Where are they writing into, Mark?
Oh, hang on. Thanks, Neil.
markandpaulsopinionaire@gmail.com.
Wait. Now.
It's good to hear that again, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and just because it's been a while, it's no apostrophe on Paul's, and is spelled A-N-D, not an ampersand.
Yes.
Okay.
I think everyone knows that.
Well, yeah. I mean, we might have new listeners. I mean, how we've just stopped doing it for 7 months, we'll start again with no publicity and assume we're going to have listeners.
Yeah.
I mean...
because we've got optimism.
It's like screaming into the void right now, aren't we? Anyway, what else have we got? Oh, dressage. What do you reckon on dressage?
See, I don't enjoy it myself. I don't like watching it.
If I wanted to watch a horse dance, I'd go into the centre of Bristol on a Saturday night. Sorry, don't know where that came from. Don't know who that was.
I think it's very skillful, though.
For the horse, maybe.
Yeah, the horse gets quite a bit of credit, don't they?
I don't know, do they? They don't get to stand up at the podium. They don't get a medal, do they?
No, but they get name-checked quite a lot.
They get some oats. I get a handful of oats, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's like any Olympic sport where you wear a top hat, I'm sorry, you can go fuck yourself. If you're not wearing sports attire...
But then you think that darts
out of here.
Darts and snooker should be in
leotards. Yeah.
Oh, in leotards.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
fair
I'd
enough,
love
yeah.
to see, like...
Jimmy White?
Yeah, and what's his name? Who's the Viking, the darts player?
I don't know.
What's his name? Andy something...
Andy Ford?
Andy Fordham?
Fordham?
Yeah. Anyway, I'd love to see him in a leotard.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're being a bit rude about people's physiques today, aren't we?
You are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I'd like to say your name's on the podcast, but actually it isn't.
Not,
so Paul's going to have to take some stick for this.
Yeah, quite right.
But yeah, dressage I could do without. Also fencing. I tell you what, lose the protective gear, put an edge on those swords. Now I'm interested.
Right.
Now I'm interested.
Back to the old Squid Game.
Now we're back to the Squid
phenomenon.
Games, exactly. If there was like a impending risk of severe injury,
You're in.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not in the Olympic spirit, perhaps.
Probably not.
That was it. That's all I've got.
Cool.
So if you had to pick one that should, what would you go with?
Tug of war.
Yeah, I think I'm down with that. Yeah, let's do that. And if you had to pick one that we've mentioned that we shouldn't, I think we're going sailing, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're good. I think we've absolutely sewn that up. Superb. I'm going to ring the bell. Next up, we are doing quickfires.
Yes.
That's right. We have not changed the format in the slightest. We haven't given it a single second thought in 7 months. We're sort of regretting that. So maybe we'll change things around in the
Probably
future.
not.
But not today. Yeah, well, certainly not today. Right. Here's my quickfires to you. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am, yes.
What fake sport would you introduce to the Olympics that you think GB would stand a good chance of winning?
A fake sport.
A fake sport, yeah. Something that's not actually a sport.
Actually a sport, but something that the British are good at.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure we'd get gold, but we'd probably medal in drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we'd sort of come up against some good sort of Eastern European and Middle East. Middle Eastern, no, not Middle East.
Mr. Middle East. We would fucking kill the Saudis at the drinking competition.
What do I mean? Mid-Europe, like, you know. I'm talking about like your Romanias, your Czech
yeah.
places.
Yeah.
I think they drink quite a lot.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Too much?
No.
Is this like damning indictment on
No,
the Central European countries now?
Central, that was the word.
Right, okay.
Central, not mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Canada probably do quite well.
In the drinking?
Yeah, the Aussies.
I bet the Scandies will certainly do well.
Yeah,
I
the
bet
Danes.
Yeah.
Danes. But anyway.
Drink like Vikings.
I think we would do all right. And I think it would be a good sport to watch.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think we do pretty well at simultaneously hating and loving the Americans. I think we're very good at that.
True. I mean, I think the Europeans too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
True enough.
We have mixed feelings about quite a lot of things.
Yeah, we're we contain multitudes, don't we? The Brits.
Quite hard to judge that one, though, isn't it? How would you?
Oh, you'd have 5 judges, and you judge you against style, wit.
We have
and...
to come in the middle.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Agree. All right. I haven't thought about that. The one I thought we might be pretty good at is cheese rolling.
Yes, I don't think there's many other countries that do that.
No, although you do get people coming over to do it, so maybe.
That's true.
But
I think foreigners coming over,
rolling our cheeses,
Yeah.
fucking pricks.
What about welly wagging?
Welly wanging, yeah, that's good. There's a good technique with that, isn't it? It's like through your legs and over your head or something, isn't it? Is that
right?
how you do it?
Oh, I don't know.
Or maybe you spin around like you're doing the discus.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We're quite good at sarcasm. Could you get sarcasm in the Olympics?
Very good at oh yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Well done, well done.
Very good.
Yeah. Wet weather barbecue. Hold it at the aquatic centre.
I like it.
Underwater barbecue.
Nice.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, I think that probably covers that. Next up, which Olympic event, summer Olympic event, because otherwise we're completely off topic, which summer Olympic event would you choose to stand the best chance of beating me? You're not allowed to include distant running or mid-distance running or now I think about it, sprinting.
Right.
But anything else? What other event?
So an existing Olympic sport.
Yeah, Summer Olympics.
Summer Olympic sport.
Yeah.
And is this you in your current physical condition? Having just had a...
What the fuck do you mean by that?
Just having had a severe back problem that you've just had operated on.
Yeah, I am a little bit out of shape because I have spent 7 months basically sitting down as much as I possibly can. Yeah.
So I think in that respect, anything?
Anything at all.
Anything? What's the first one that comes to mind?
Like boxing.
Boxing, yeah, sure.
You think you can take me with boxing?
Yeah, now, currently.
I think that might be pretty good. I think you and I, if we really went for it, we might be quite evenly matched.
I think you, normally... Yeah, totally. Normally you'd kick my ass.
We reckon?
Yeah. I think normally, if we were to sort of take the back issues out of the equation, this becomes a much harder question to answer.
Okay.
Because the one thing...
All right, well, let's do it then, in my peak.
In your peak.
Yeah.
What you'll be in a year's time.
Well, that's very optimistic and sweet of you, but yes, let's say that.
So the running is the one I could definitely do.
Yeah, well, we've already fucking taken it off the board, haven't
but
we?
you've taken it off the board because you know I could do it.
Yeah, well, let's not go on about it then, shall we?
But then when it comes to, it has to be an individual event, I guess, because...
You're going to beat me at football, but you get to bring 10 mates, and I'm on my own. Yeah, all right.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Anything that involves, hand-eye coordination, you're much better at me at.
I mean, yeah,
so
maybe. So you think archery and that sort of thing?
Racket sports.
You think the racket sports I'd beat you at as well?
That sort of stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you're stronger than me, so throwing you do better at. So
maybe.
I think maybe long jump I might beat you at because I'm a bit quicker than you.
I mean, that sort of falls into the sprinting.
Well, does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. I mean, that was the question.
Yeah,
I think that's a good shout. What about high jump? Because I've got a slight edge on height, but I think you're a bit more athletic than I am.
I wouldn't fancy my chances at high jump.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, maybe diving?
No, I'd be graceful. You wouldn't even... It'd be zero splash. It would be
Rhythmic gymnastics.
Oh, well, do you know what? I think I'd actually be pretty good at rhythmic.
Oh, because you're such a good dancer.
I just think if my dancing at weddings is anything to go by, I think I'm genetically predisposed to physical poetry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But that is drug enhanced, though, isn't it, at weddings? So...
I mean, alcohol, maybe.
Yeah, alcohol, that's what I mean.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So like performance-enhancing drugs.
Exactly, yeah.
12 pints of lager. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
What's my answer then? I guess I'm saying long jump.
Long jump, yeah, no, I think that's a decent answer. Yeah. And I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you definitely beat me at that. Yeah. Okay, next. What would you include in the Paris 24 opening ceremony if you were directing it?
Right, and this is
me trying to goad you into being quite racist about the French. Just to be clear, okay?
I was going to say that felt like the way it was going.
I've got something that's incredibly racist that I'm going to explain in a minute, but I'm just interested to hear what you would do.
I mean, what are the French famous for? Smoking. Just loads of people smoking.
Just loads of people smoking fags. Yeah. But really cool and wearing nice suits.
I think what I'd get all when they do the Olympic parade where all the athletes come in.
Yeah.
They're all just smoking.
They're all just smoking gallows or whatever. Yeah. All right, nice.
Smoking fags. Maybe just come in with a glass of wine, a fag, and a fuck you attitude. Which I admire about the French.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can't knock them for it.
Yeah.
If it was me, right, picture this.
Yep.
We open on a huge onion. Okay. Around it is cycling 1,000 French gentlemen, all wearing stripy shirts with onion around their necks.
Got it.
Okay. The big onion opens to reveal 1,000 again.
Yep.
Striking farmers. Then there's going to be a whole big routine about surrendering to the Germans. Mm-hmm. All set to Serge Gainsbourg's Je t'aime.
Nice.
And it will be directed by Luc Besson.
Oh, I like it.
There you go.
And perhaps when they light the Olympic torch, there's a
somebody
lamb.
lights a fag off it.
No, I was thinking they set fire to our lambs, don't they?
It's just full of lambs.
Yeah. British lambs.
In the crucible.
Yeah.
British lambs.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Cool. And that might not make the cut.
And that
good job no one's listening.
I've got one more. So this is actually alluding back to a topic that Paul and I have done in the past.
Yep.
So which Summer Olympic sport in Paris do you think you could do best at? If you were competing in the actual Olympics, which one would you make least of a fool of yourself at what event? And what you can't have, because Paul picked this last time, is downhill mountain biking.
Yep. I'm going to answer this question in a slightly different way, in that what would I not come last in?
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to go with the 50-kilometre walk because people get disqualified.
Got you. Okay,
And
fine.
so I would make sure I didn't get disqualified.
Yeah.
I'd come last of everyone who finished and
Yep.
didn't get disqualified.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't technically be last.
Do you want to, I mean, this isn't going to help any of the listeners at home. Do you want to just stand up and show me what your walking technique would be, just on the spot?
No. It would just be me walking. I wouldn't do any of that
Oh, I see.
silly nonsense.
Because you want to make sure you got 2 feet on the floor at all
Don't want to get
times.
disqualified, yeah.
Would you shuffle just to make sure that neither of your feet ever leave the ground, just to be on the safe side?
No, I think that would take too long. I think I'd just walk.
But if everyone else is being disqualified, then it doesn't matter, does it? You don't want to risk
But I
it.
still want to take an unnecessary time.
Fine,
I just
okay.
want to walk.
All right, so the walk, that's fine.
Yep.
I think, so for me, it would have to be more skill than strength or speed. So the shooting, maybe, you might get lucky. You might get lucky.
yeah.
You never know.
I think, in that shooting competition, you have to get lucky quite a lot of times to actually win. It's not
It's
just,
true.
just one shot, is it?
But it's not like I'm going to accidentally run a sub-10 100 metres, like, is
No,
it?
you might accidentally...
Or I might get a lucky punch in the boxing,
No.
but I'm also probably more likely to get an unlucky concussion.
Yeah.
Diving. That's just gravity, isn't it? Gravity's doing all the work there, maybe.
I mean, I'm sure you'd end up in the pool,
Yes, exactly.
but I'm not sure you'd win.
Do you think my splash would be too big?
I think it would.
Do you think?
Yeah.
You think I'll get marked down for my massive belly flop splash?
Possibly.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, well, I'll go with the shooting then for me, I guess.
Okay.
And that concludes my quickfires. Thanks for
Cool.
those. Here we go.
Quiz time.
Nice to hear Paul there.
Yeah, it's nice to hear his voice, isn't it?
It is indeed,
Hi, Paul.
yeah.
Hope you're well.
Yeah, cheers, Paul. Right, quiz. I'm obviously only asking the questions to Mark,
Yep.
so I don't know how we do this, whether we say, if you get more than half right, you've won. If you get less than half right, you've lost. And if you get half right, it's a draw.
So again, there is the risk that Paul not being here could actually take a point off me in this quiz. Is that what we're saying?
I don't know, just trying to think of how we can add a bit of jeopardy.
Well, we can sort of let's keep a score on this,
Yep.
and then in the future we may factor it in or not against Paul. Or this one might just be for fun,
Yeah, a bit of fun.
just a bit of fun.
It can be fun, can't it?
Yeah, it's just because the listeners at home can play along if they want.
Care, do they?
Nobody's listening.
Yeah, of course.
Not a single
I
person's
keep,
listening.
I keep forgetting that.
We're howling into the void.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we should call this podcast.
Howling
Screaming into the void. But yes, so let's just do the quiz. Hey, if later on we want to include it somehow, we'll keep a track of it. Fine, good.
So what I'm going to do is, this is all about the 2012 Olympics.
Okay.
A topic we've talked about in some detail already.
If all the Olympics that have ever been, that's the one I might know the most about.
There you go.
So thank you for
Right.
that. I appreciate it.
So there's 6 questions.
Okay.
Right.
Hang on, that's unconventional, isn't it?
Well, there's a reason for it.
Okay.
2 of the answers to the questions
Yeah.
are going to be gold. 2 of the answers are going to be silver. And 2 of the answers are going to be bronze.
Okay.
That's why there's 6.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
So I'm going to give you an event
Yep.
and a person.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me what medal they won.
Okay.
I'll write it down. I'll write the answers down for you. So
Okay.
You don't have to write them down.
Fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So, the men's 100 metres
Okay.
and Justin Gatlin.
No, I'm gonna go silver for that.
What I'm going to do
Yep.
is give you an opportunity when you hear all the answers.
Oh,
So maybe
okay.
rejig it.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
So maybe
yeah.
maybe writing them down would be good.
Sure,
Actually. All
okay.
right, now I come to think of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of this then. So we've got men's 100 meters. Justin Gatlin. I remember. So he's an American, and I remember that he is like a good sprinter. He, in fact, was kind of like. But anyway,
Yep,
so
he's good.
I've gone silver for that. Fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
So, yeah, 2 of the answers would be gold, 2 would be silver, and 2 of the answers bronze. Fine.
Yes.
Got you.
Yep.
Go on, then.
So women's 400 metres.
Yep.
Christine Ahorogu.
Ooh. Okay. Well, for now, oh God, I can't even remember which. I've got a feeling that she's British.
She's British.
women's 400. I don't think she won it. I'm going to go bronze for that. Okay. Hopefully they'll have some nailed-on ones that will help me decide if I need to change any of these. But okay, yeah, this is the good format. I like this format, Neil.
It's all right, isn't it?
You've done well here.
Good
work.
Yeah. Okay. The men's super heavyweight boxing.
Yep.
Anthony Joshua.
So I'm going to go gold for that. I'm sure he's a gold medal winner. I'm thinking, just seeing, because I've watched a lot of his professional fights, and I think that fits, that he would have won gold there. That's when he would have got super famous, and then he would have gone on to have his big professional. So yeah, I'm going to go gold for now. We'll see where we go with that.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, I haven't written his name down. So Anthony Joshua, old AJ. He had a good win against, from what I can understand, a less than decent opponent, but he knocked him out in the second round.
Yeah,
He'd already knocked him down like 3 times,
Yeah.
and then it was a good punch though.
I mean, don't get me started on boxing.
Yeah, it's silly, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
And it's like, they just give us what other sport denies the fans the thing they want the most?
I know, it's crazy.
Ridiculous.
It doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, that's not today's topic, so
It might be an interesting topic.
it could be. Yeah, all right, we'll make a note of that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
go on.
Okay.
Yep.
So, next one is... where's it gone? There it is. Men's 10-metre platform diving,
Oh, yeah.
Tom Daley.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think he won it. I think... Yeah, so I'm going to go silver. Okay, so far, I'm within the...
You making sense?
So far, yeah, but obviously, we've got a couple more to come. We'll see. Yeah.
Yep. Right, next one is women's doubles sculls, which is rowing.
I know what double skulls is. Yeah.
So it's a Great British team of Catherine Granger and Anna Watkins.
I've got a feeling they got gold on that, so I'm going to go with gold. Okay. So I need another bronze and another silver. I've got 2 golds at the moment. I need another bronze and another silver, so we'll see.
No, hang on. There's been 5 questions so far.
Oh, okay. Hang on. So what have I got here? Oh, no, so I need a bronze then. Sorry, I've got 2 silvers and 2 golds. Yep.
Okay. So, men's 200 metres butterfly,
Yep.
which is swimming,
Okay.
Michael Phelps.
Ooh. Oh, that's thrown a turd in the pool, hasn't it? So I got to assume that he got. No, he did get some other ones. But he got bronze though. Okay. Bollocks. So I don't know now. This is that's screwed everything up. Unless he got a bronze, which I just can't see Phelps getting a bronze in that. That was right back in his pomp, in his heyday, wasn't it? All right, yeah, I've got it. I'm not confident on it, but okay.
Okay, what are you saying for Michael Phelps?
Michael Phelps, I'm going to go silver.
Okay.
And I've changed another one as well.
Which one have you changed?
So I've changed the 10-metre diving, Tom Daley, to a bronze.
Right, so Tom Daley.
So just to confirm, do you want me to go through all of them and tell you what my answers are now?
Yep.
So I've got the men's 100-metre Justin Gatlin,
Yep.
silver.
Yep.
Christine
Uhuragu.
Yeah, as bronze.
Yep.
Anthony Joshua as gold.
Yep.
I've got the Tom Daley as bronze.
Yep.
I've got Granger Watkins, was it?
Yep.
As gold.
Yep.
And I've got Michael Phelps silver.
Cool, got it. Right.
Oh, I've lost all confidence in that. For a time there, I was feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I know I've lost all confidence.
Well, interesting stuff.
You right?
Yeah, so you have got for Justin Gatlin, 100 metres final.
Yep.
You said silver.
Yep.
He actually got bronze.
Oh, okay.
So Usain Bolt won. Johan Blake, another Jamaican runner.
Right,
was second.
okay.
He was bronze.
Got ya.
Right. Christine Uhuragu, in the women's 400 metres, you said bronze.
Yep.
She actually got silver.
Oh, no. Okay.
You got those 2 the wrong way around.
Yep.
Apart from that,
Yep.
you got them all right.
Oh, okay. So 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Tom Daley was gold. Sorry, Tom Daley. No, I missed
So Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua got gold.
Yep.
Tom Daley got a bronze.
Yep. Granger
Scholes
Watkins
was gold.
and Michael Phelps was a silver. Ah,
So
okay.
actually, that spanner in the works of Michael Phelps
Helped me.
helped you. Yeah.
Yes. That's a good quiz you've done there. I mean, had it all gone horribly wrong, I would have been singing a very different tune right now. But I'll take 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6 isn't bad.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I think, that would have been a worse Meatloaf song, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. 4 out of 6 ain't bad.
Yep.
Excellent. That's good. Thank you for that. I'm going to ring the bell.
You're always so happy when you've done one of the quiz.
I know.
It's nice to see.
Terrible, terrible character flaw. Don't point it out. Anyway, I'm going to ring the bell before he takes any points off me. And that concludes this episode of Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour, without Paul, but with Neil, about the Summer Olympics.
Yep.
Are you more looking forward to Paris 2024 than you were before now, or about the same?
A bit more.
A little bit more?
A little bit more, yeah.
Well, then I feel like we've done our job here tonight.
Yeah, I think we've drawn some pretty firm conclusions here. 2012 Olympics was good.
It was like the best one ever.
Yeah,
for us.
sailing is shit.
Yes.
Tug of war missing.
Should be in there.
Yeah, Jesse Owens, good Olympian.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we could sum up this episode in about 10 seconds.
And I think you just did.
Yeah.
Terrific. Yeah. So if you want to contact us at all, or I don't want to keep harping the point, but I'm going to play it one more time.
Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour at gmail.com. Does sound like a View to a Kill.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, I didn't do that on purpose, but it's a happy coincidence.
It's good, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have anything to say to us at all, please do on the email. We'll be back for more episodes in the future.
Yep.
Don't know exactly when. We've learnt our lesson about going, we're going to be back in 2 weeks and stuff, because we might not. Hopefully we will. But we'll be back with more.
Under promise, I think, is the...
Under promise, over deliver.
Yeah.
Under promise, stand and deliver.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. Anyway, with that, we are going to bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Because of the Paris
because
thing.
Of the French, nice. Yeah, very good.
We've been pretty rude to the French today, haven't we?
You have.
I've been quite rude.
Yeah.
I mean, you saying that their smoke and look quite stylish wasn't quite as offensive as mine.
No.
Just to be clear, I love the French and I love France, and I've had many, many happy times in France.
That's what all racists say, isn't it?
Some of my best friends are French.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, don't. Take
Anyway,
it too far.
I'm going to ding the bell and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Cheerio.